Kính thưa quý khán thính giả của SBTN Úc Châu, kính thưa quý vị, Phan Đông Bích hiện tại đang ngồi ở trong văn phòng của ông thị trưởng Carbone. Ông là thị trưởng của thành phố Fairfield City Council. Xin quý vị theo dõi phần thảo luận của chúng tôi với ông thị trưởng. Thank you very much, Mayor, for taking the time to see us today. And I have a few questions for you.
Pleasure to be here. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you
for
very
the
much.
opportunity as well.
Yeah. It's regarding the Fairfield City Council construction of a three-level retail shop, car spaces, with associated car parking at number 8 to 14 Dutton Lane, Cabramatta. Would this construction result in less number of car spaces, car parking for the Cabramatta area?
But just to be fair, people need to know about this development.
Sure.
When I walk down the streets of Cabramatta, people tell me what happened to Dutton Lane. It's been there 15 years in the planning, and it's never been developed. This is one level of retail and two levels of car parking spots, with some office spaces on the top floor that will also be used for community facilities.
All right.
It will not result for less car parking. The council will not be making the decision to approve this. It will be going to an independent body, which is the JRPP. If the application does not meet the requirements, which is the amount of car parking required, well then obviously we will need to provide more. And we're happy to provide whatever car parking we need to do. Because we understand car parking is important to all our centres, and that includes Cabramatta. And Cabramatta is one of the centres that has the most car parking in all our centres. Only the last 2 years, Council has invested $9 million in providing 2 new car parks in Cabramatta. Both Fisher Street, which is free for people, and also the Hill Street car park, which is also free but timed. So we understand that. What we don't want to do is provide less. We want to make sure that we meet our obligations, and if we don't, well then the JRPP will tell us how many car spots we need to provide, and we'll consider that.
When you mentioned the number of shops, how many retail shops will be constructed on the ground floor?
Well, that depends obviously on the people that lease it, how big they want their shops. But we're estimating that roughly there might be about 30 shops.
And how many people will be employed in the offices on the first floor?
We don't know on the first floor. The first floor will actually be part community use, so there'll be no employees there, and partly will be office space that gets leased. So it's not actually, might not be people that actually get employed. It might be that people that actually use those offices from time to time, if you will.
Okay. What's the total area of office on the first floor?
Well, it's not just office, it's community facility as well. And the total area currently is 500 square metres. Well, the current, in Dutton Lane, the new proposal will bring the car spaces close to 900 car parking spots in Dutton Lane all up. The section where they currently is, I think, about 157 car spots, that will be increased to 275 car parking spots. But also, the very important thing to understand is, everyone that goes to Dutton Lane, Council has been doing a lot of work there lately. It's about making sure that we fix up all the traffic problems too. There'll be an express lane that will go straight up to the top, and people won't have to queue getting into Dutton Lane. So we're trying to resolve a lot of different issues. We're trying to build new toilets in Cabramatta. We're going to have a community wall for depicting the history of Cabramatta. Cabramatta is such a fantastic place with such a long history. We're also going to have a community kiosk that allows the community members and other shop owners to use that for free to showcase what they sell, regardless of where their shop is, whether it be in John Street or another street in Cabramatta. We really want all the community to benefit from this development. So it's more than just car parking. It's about providing all those facilities that when I became mayor, many people said to me, when are we going to fix the toilets? When are we going to fix this? When are we going to fix the traffic problems? Well, we're going to make the decision. We're going to make the investment, and we're not going to charge ratepayers. This development will pay itself off, and all the benefits that come from this development will go back into the community. That's the important thing to understand. Over the years, we've had many people that wanted to buy this property, private organisations. It's obviously a valuable piece of land. What we said is that no, we will develop this property. We will put the facilities, the car park, we will put the new toilets, we will put a lift in Dunham Lane. We've got no lift in Dunham Lane.
Okay.
We will put all those things, and any revenue that comes back, it goes back to the community. So every ratepayer in our city will be the owner of this property.
Mayor Carbone, there will be 275 car spaces, and currently there are 157 car spaces.
Yes.
So there will be 180 new car spaces.
It's great news.
Would these 180 be sufficient for the number of shop owners and employees, as well as the people who work in the offices?
Yeah, well, if it's not sufficient, we will provide enough so it is sufficient. We don't determine this application. This application will go to an independent panel, like any other development. And as a council, myself, I'm very committed to putting more car park, and I don't want to put less car park, but we will put what they need. In other words, whatever they determine that this development needs, we will put that in there. And there's another issue we need to understand. Many people talk to me about traffic congestion. We have almost 4,000 car spots in Cabramatta. People don't know that. 4,000, and it's a great place. During the peak hours, there's not enough. It might be a bit busy and it might be tight, but during the other hours, there is plenty of car parking. What we need to understand is we need to do a strategy for the whole city, not just for one street. You will not solve car parking problems with a strategy of one street. This is about a development that will give the ratepayers revenue. In Canley Vale, we're building a new multi-storey. Canley Heights, we're building more car park. And I'm happy to announce that in the next 2 weeks, we're putting a free bus service back onto Cabramatta because it was very successful.
Okay.
It's about giving people the opportunity to get there in many different ways, because if you put too much car parking, then you've got all the traffic problems as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Mayor Carbone, for spending the time to explain to our viewers about the planning, about the construction of the new facility in Cabramatta. And would you like to add a bit more to our viewers regarding this project or the development in the city?
Yeah, only to say the reason why we're doing this is because we want to put those facilities, the new lifts, the new toilets, and we don't want ratepayers to pay for it.
Okay.
By putting the shops, it will pay itself off, and the community will be the owners of this property. Every single ratepayer will own this property, and any benefits that come onto our community will be spent back into our community. That's what I want to say, and that it's never an easy decision. You always get some people with different views for different reasons, and it's understandable. But we will take on board all those concerns, and we will deal with them. We want to talk to people. Yeah. So, and thank you for giving me the opportunity as well.
Yes, one of the concerns is people when they stop to drop off passengers, people, they have been filmed, they have been photographed and fined. Yeah. So how do you see that, the Fairfield City Council will reduce the number of fines against the visitors and residents and shoppers?
Can I say, I've always said, I don't want nobody to get fined. It's very simple. When I became mayor, I put on pick-up and drop-off zones for the elderly. I done that last year, and we done that in Cabramatta. And the reason why we done that is because we understand some people are older, they can't walk great distances. So we've now put pick-up and drop-off zones for the first time in Cabramatta, where people can drop off their parents if they need to go to the doctors, to make sure they get there, they don't have to walk too far. We've implemented that strategy. Okay. Unfortunately, the truth of the matter is this. Sometimes some people get fined, and if they feel that they've been fined improper, please contact me, contact the council. We don't want to fine people improperly. But if people do the wrong thing, they do cause problems for other motorists, and that's why people get fined. But I don't want to see anybody fined. I'm happy to, if anyone has any concerns about that, to contact me directly and we'll have a look at it and assess it.
All right. Thank you very much, Mayor Carbone, for giving us the interview today, and all the best to the project.
Thank you very much to SBTN for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kính thưa quý vị, chúng tôi vừa thư chuyện với ông thị trưởng Carbone và đã cảm ơn ông về cái buổi gặp gỡ ngày hôm nay để trình bày cùng tất cả quý khán thính giả của SBTN Úc Châu về cái dự án mà Hội đồng thành phố sắp sửa xây dựng tại Dunham Lane, Cabramatta. Một lần nữa, Phan Đức Bích xin kính chào toàn thể quý khán thính giả của SBTN Úc Châu.